Wowsker, it's happening up here at Eisenhower, Chesapeake, Harley. Everybody's showing up. Just beautiful weather, good people, a lot of fun. It's all about riding those Harleys. This is an owner's motorcycle right here, a beautiful bike. Uh-oh, what am I doing now? Yikes. And the Hellcat Red Eye. Man, this thing's so much fun today. And where am I going next? I'm up here in Bel Air, Maryland. It's just a beautiful, cool day. And I just found something I think I'm gonna go buy. Stay tuned. Uh-oh, what is this? It's a Harley Davidson dealership. How about that idea? I never go to those places, do I? There is the Nightsters. So what those are, those bikes they're learning the training on at the Harley Davidson dealership. Anyone wants to learn how to ride a motorcycle, go to your local Harley dealer and they can help you learn how to ride a motorcycle. You're at Eisenhower's not the president, Chesapeake Harley Davidson. And what do they have for us today? What do they have here? I don't know if this is motorcycle spots or what. I don't know. We'll go find out. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we got problems. What is this? This is it's mine? We hope it is. We got the Fast Johnnie limited production Harley racer of the day that used to flat track in the 20s with his pig on the bike. So if I buy this Harley Davidson Fast Johnnie, do I have to go buy a pig to ride with me? Yikes. Uh-oh, what is this? It's a Harley Davidson dealership. How about that idea? I never go to those places, do I? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we got problems. What is this? This is it's mine? We hope it is. We got the Fast Johnnie limited production Harley racer of the day that used to flat track in the 20s with his pig on the bike. So if I buy this Harley Davidson Fast Johnnie, do I have to go buy a pig to ride with me? Yikes. Wowsker, it's happening up here at Eisenhower, Chesapeake, Harley. Everybody's showing up. Just beautiful weather, good people, a lot of fun. It's all about riding those Harleys. This is an owner's motorcycle right here, a beautiful bike. Up here at Eisenhower Harley Davidson of Darlington, Maryland, they got a heck of a selection of bikes. This is a 3-owner dealership, York, and another one somewhere else. So he has access to a lot of motorcycles. And any of you out there looking for a great deal, I would highly recommend you come to Eisenhower. They don't charge a setup and freight. I mean, they price the bikes right there. So they're not trying to, upcharge you. And they got a great selection. These are really nice. Look at Sportsters. I mean, wow. Street Bob. And just really, this has actually the ABS. Got the Nightsters, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I highly recommend coming to this dealership if you want to get a good deal. Uh-oh, they're taking my bike. I can't even catch it. They're taking the Piglet and the Hog away faster than I can even catch up. The deal has gone down. The deal has gone down with the Piglet and the official Hog beginnings of Fast Johnnie that used to ride on the dirt tracking with Ray I think it's Ray Schweier or something like that, back in the 1920s. Wow. All right, we are out with the service writer here, kind of looking over the 2023 Street Glide ST version, the Johnnie, the Fast Johnnie theme, and I haven't even heard the exhaust. I wouldn't think it'd be much different than most, but we'll see.
It's pretty stock, but here we go.
Yep, typical factory Harley exhaust, and I think that needs to be changed. There it is. Wow. 117 motor, so you can turn it off. That's good. So the 117 motor, you know, the ST package is about the shorter bag from the factory Street Glide. It has the 117 CVO motor. It has the nice brass, I guess you call anodized wheels. The paint theme, and single seat, no passenger. Different rear shocks on the vehicle as well. And I think that for the most part, I think that's it. Or did I miss something?
It's a rider's bike. So
And
it's meant to hit the back roads. It's meant to, you know, everything's up a little higher so you can take the corners a little bit better.
that's good to know. Okay, so wow, we got some noise here right now. So the bike, it's all about that exhaust note. Interesting. Yeah, and also the bike has the LED rear brake light. So it should, but it doesn't look like it has LED turn signals.
No LED turn signals. Daymaker headlight on the front end, so you got that going for you.
Okay.
Nice and bright.
Anything different on the brakes?
No.
So this is a Street Glide special in some degree.
Yep.
Different motor, different suspension.
You got the beefier motor, the better suspension, the saddlebags are raised a little bit higher for you so you can not rub them, ruin them.
Right.
When you're taking the corners.
Okay. And what shocks are on these? Do you even know? If you don't, I understand.
Off the top of my head, I don't.
But you're saying it's more of a sport style. It's a different shock.
Yeah.
And you say it's higher though. So how did they accomplish that? Do you even know the swing arm was adjusted differently?
No,
or
it's not higher the bike itself. They've raised things like the saddlebag.
Okay.
And such because if you
so the saddlebag being raised enable you to put the exhaust up higher? Is that kind of what goes on too?
The exhaust is still the same spot, but the parts on these Street Glides in the center right here, where that hangs down so far.
Yep.
That's going to be a rubbing point. When
Okay.
You
Gotcha.
lead into the corners.
Right. But you feel like those shocks there are different from these shocks, or do we know?
I believe they're a little bit more of a performance oriented.
Yeah. Okay. If you don't know, it's fine. You're a service, you're not a salesperson, so
They're still a little bit newer to STs. I mean, they're still making their.
it's a great looking bike, even though with that shorter bag. For some reason, this ST model, this color theme in the paint scheme, kind of hides that shorter bag because a lot of the STs really shows off. To me, in some ways, the bike doesn't look as, I think, nice when you have the conventional Street Glide, longer, type of style saddlebag. So it can kind of look a little dorky in some ways, but this here, it doesn't radiate that.
No, it gives it that sporty yet dagger
Right.
look to it that people are starting to go with nowadays.
And for the non-real Harley person, they wouldn't know.
Right.
They would not really know that this is a different Street Glide.
They just see, especially being a fast Johnnie, they're going to think it's something special, of course, but if you see normal ST, they're going to just think it's another
Right.
Street Glide.
Right. Wow. Really cool. Oh, goodness. I did it. I've got myself a Fast Johnnie Piglet Harley Davidson motorcycle. Oh my gosh, you believe how this all played out? What number is this, right? Hey, somebody's in a really nice Street Glide special and be looking for a nice used Harley Davidson Street Glide special. Hey, Oh my gosh, get the things going. Oh my gosh, the day's gone. 3:30. Yikes. Oh my gosh, can you believe what I've done now to myself? Wow. Now the project is getting the frickin' other bike back to the dealership tomorrow. What do I create for myself? The projects that I create for myself. So I mean, I gotta unload my Harleys out of the trailer that I was gonna take to Tennessee and load that up and then bring that bike up here. And wow. Eisenhower Harley Davidson. Really nice dealership for anybody out there looking for a Harley. Was it really busy? I don't know. I mean, I get mixed feelings. It seems like that the times definitely have changed, and that, yeah, more than ever, I'd have to say that I think times have changed, because a lot of people in there, but I didn't see a lot of deals per se go down. But even though a guy did show up who claims that he was coming there to look at that bike and possibly buy it, I mean, you know, talk is cheap, right? Talk is big. But I mean, he seemed like a pretty sincere guy, so who knows? And the story of that motorcycle, there's a lot more to it than I realized. The Piglet that, you know, the racing of Harley, I guess dirt track, and back in the early 1900s, apparently this guy, Ray Shire, I think's his name, Schwer or something like that, he introduced the mascot to be a piglet. So apparently the real story is, when they would dirt track and whoever the winner was, they would take the Piglet and they would ride the winner's circle around the track with that pig, you know, a piglet, not a full-size, you know, pig. And so they didn't race, the guy Ray didn't race, actually turn the race with the pig next to him. It was more so, you know, what drew that? I don't know. And then back there at the dealership, I said, is that where the HOG name originated? And the one guy was like, you're going down the rabbit hole on that one. To, you know, where did the HOG name originate? I mean, you would think that the Piglet, back in the early 1900s, being the mascot of the dirt tracking racing for Wrecking Crew's Harley racing team, you would think that's where it would have originated. But he's like, that's so debatable. So I got a Piglet. I got a Harley Davidson motorcycle, which I never even researched this. I never even was fixated on this motorcycle. I mean, was more about, I mean, here's what's so crazy, is I woke up at 2 a.m. this morning because I knew I had to come way over to Bel Air, Maryland to take care of business on a Saturday. I was like, I want nothing to do with it. So just for the heck of it, I looked at that Eisenhower Harley Davidson website, and there's that Harley Davidson Street Glide ST package with the Johnnie, the Fast Johnnie theme there at their dealership. And I'm like, that thing's really a good looking bike. Even though last year in Tennessee, I tried to buy the ST package Street Glide down there at Wrecking Crew Harley, a black one, that in the end, it turned out to be the red Street Glide Special that I'm trading in for this bike. But the whole point is, I've had my eye on the ST motorcycle for a while because I like that 117 motor in it. And the short bags on that bike there, it kind of looks right. And some other bikes, it looks a little choppy. I think it looks really good. So at 2 a.m. in the morning, I see that bike, and I'm like, I'm going to be over this area today. I think I'll go by there and check it out. And in all sincereness, the service guy that I walked around with, kind of talking about the bike in another video, he claims when the first one of those hit that dealership, the Road Glide, it lasted a few hours. He claims when the Street Glide showed up, it lasted 30 minutes. So that was probably like a month or two ago. Now this bike showed up apparently 3 days ago, and it's still there. What's going on? I mean, sincerely, why wasn't that the fast, you know? Well, at the same time, another guy did show up, so all debatable. Yeah, is it the never-ending story of me buying something different, changing it up? Yeah, it sure is. Wow. yeah, is this bike really cool? I really think it is. I mean, I just really like that 117 motor. I love my 117 motor, the Harley. Even though here I'm the Indian guy, I tell you straight up, the Indian motorcycle really is the better of the motorcycles. But at the same time, the Harley Davidson still is a really nice product. So yeah, am I, as usual, crazy? Yeah. Do I need to go out and buy a pig now to keep the official theme of the Harley Davidson Fast Johnnie motorcycle? Oh my gosh. Just beautiful country up here in Darlington, Maryland. This really is just nice area. I mean, I know one thing, if I live in this area, I'd be riding my motorcycle. And it's a long drive to get over this dealership, and it's so much of the highway and beltway driving. I just want nothing to do with it. That's why I sent a trailer my Street Glide back and, you know, trailer the new Fast Johnnie back home. Wowsker. It's a 2-hour drive home, basically. Look at that. And this is one reason I really never have dealt with this dealership that much. Eisenhower dealership by accident, and the owner there is a guy probably a little younger than me, and they just got going in the Harley Davidson dealership infrastructure in 2015. They bought that store like in 2018, and they just bought another store, the store next to the York Manufacturing, Pennsylvania, Harley Davidson Manufacturing. That's his store. He just bought that a year and a half ago. So, but he came from the car industry. So you got to have big, deep pockets to make this all work. But he has a nice operation, and he really is focused on volume. And that's why this dealership, he sells the motorcycle for the MSRP price, and he doesn't try to get you on the freight and setup and some other back end, you know, administration cost. So, and on a motorcycle like the one I just bought, that's not a high production bike, I guarantee you other Harley dealers have $5,000 ADM. That would be my guess. That I would say at least 3. So if you go to another Harley dealer, I guarantee you the language is that $36,999 bike is, you know, $41,999 or $43,999, you know, whatever it may be. And that's why I like this dealership, is because they don't abuse the specialty bikes. They let you have a good deal. So yeah, it's a long drive, 2-hour drive, but I'm sure you made all this here like me. If you can save yourself, you know, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 on a purchase of a motorcycle, you know, I'm gonna drive. If it's $500, I really can't see it, you know, but you start talking thousands, yeah. Wow. Hard to believe up here in the Maryland area. You think of Maryland, it just, to me, always seemed like it'd be so crowded and overpopulated, and it really isn't. It's a small state, but it really is, you know, a lot of rural area. And it's pretty too. Wow, where'd everybody go? I mean, Route 95 on a Saturday? I mean, it's incredible. The roads have been very light. Where'd everybody go? I mean, where is everybody gone? I mean, something going on? I mean, sincerely, all day today, the roads for a Saturday have been very light. Are people actually starting to pull back? I don't know. Their Harley dealer, I can definitely sense that they need more business, and they have had a shakeup of personnel. So, and positions have been changed. So things are, I mean, I'd have to say that the challenging times are here. Yeah. I mean, the roads, I mean, these roads, look at this. I mean, this road, usually on a 95 on the weekend, it's gridlock. These people are going places. You sure have to wonder, don't you? This car is just so much fun. You gotta be careful though, because you can get yourself into trouble really easy with this car. I mean, you look down at the speedometer, And you're like, wow, that's hard to believe. Backing up. Actually, traffic got heavier here than on that 95. Crazy. Route 70's been really quite the a lot of traffic. Oh, got another Challenger Mopar product behind me. You know, first you think it's a kid, but it's a narrow body. And the person left the yellow front little clips on it, you know. I don't know what that's all about. But anyways, we'll get her up the road here. That was a close one. Right there when I came out of that corner, I got into it. There's a cop sitting right there. Man, good thing I shut her down. Yikeskers. That erected it. Been a bummer of the day to get nailed coming out of an exit ramp to give it some juice. But thank goodness I saw. Whew, that was close. Yeah. Just got a thumbs up on the guy too. He's like, yeah, man, you got her. Jesus Christ. Yikes. Oh my goodness. Wow, what a day. And let's see what I got on fuel mileage here. I'm pretty impressed for all the fun I've had today in this car. Wow, what a day. I mean, good Lord, man, how do you keep your license? I'm going to tell you what, if I drive this car regularly, I'd lose my license. I'm just telling you, if you drive these cars regularly, you're gonna get yourself in trouble. I mean, there's just no way. I mean, the fun factor of this car is just so much fun. I mean, especially that exhaust note. And this thing is so fast. I mean, it kind of befuddles me that I make some of these videos, the Hellcats, and you get these people who say these things are slow. I really would like to know the people making these comments. I'd say, have you driven one? Have you actually driven a Hellcat Red Eye? I mean, sincerely. I mean, not here to argue. I'm just asking you a simple question. Have you? And if the person says no, I'll be like, you don't qualify. You don't know. You don't know what you're talking about. You think these big-ass vehicles aren't fast? Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. I mean, wow. I mean, this thing is fast. Yeah, as I say, you drive this thing every day. If I drove it every day, I mean, no way. I won't. I mean, I already know what will play out. It's just, you constantly have that itch to see how this thing gets up the road. And it's just inevitable. Eventually, you're going to get yourself in trouble. Oh, my goodness. You know, long day. I mean, I've already worked part of the day today. And this is, for me today, a 250-mile, at least, I would say about a 250-mile day. Whew. Yeah, and now, tomorrow, I got to go back and pick the bike up. Wow. And I have so much going on right now of my work schedule and trying to get back out of town, back to Tennessee. I mean, I am under the gun. And so now, when I go back to the house, here's the thing. I've got Reinhardt exhaust on that Street Glide Special back at my shop. I want that exhaust. I love that exhaust. That factory exhaust on Harleys are lame, but now, did I freaking throw away the factory exhaust? I don't know. And if I did that, that's a $1,000 mistake, basically. Because those Reinhardts that I bought, they're like $900. Yeah, plus tax, you're at $950. So when I get back, but if I have them, I got to take apart the freaking exhaust, which isn't radical. But I got to take the trailer apart, get the other Harleys out. I got to get my exhaust off, and then the factory exhaust back on. I've got a nice windshield in that thing. I should probably take that off and put the factory one back on. But did I keep that? I can't remember. So I could have a little project on my hands. Do I take the highway pegs off? I should take the highway pegs off. You know, they don't give you any money for this stuff. So yeah, I've got a project this evening. And then tomorrow, to drive that dealership and back, that's 4 hours of driving. Not including getting there and loading the bike up. That turns into a 5-6 hour day. Yeah. What I do to myself, right? Oh my gosh. But that's a badass looking bike. You know, the question for me is sometimes I think, do I just eventually cut the ties and just stay Harley and let the Indians go, or just stay Indian, let the Harleys go? I mean, you know, it's, oh my gosh. Or just continue to keep the Indian Harley thing going. That's kind of where it is. All right, I think we're kind of wrapping up with that. You know, per se, if you'd have said to me yesterday morning during my conversations, and that I'd be buying a Harley Davidson Street Glide ST Fast Johnnie edition, I didn't even know about the bike. Didn't even pay attention to the bike. I just like the way it looks. Yeah, and I love that 117 motor. So what I do? Yeah, I just finagled another freaking deal. Oh my gosh, incredible. So anyway, stay tuned for more conversations and the ongoing go get the new Harley. Yeah, I mean, part of me is like, just ride the red Harley to the dealership, pick the other one up, but it's all that traffic and that beltway. It's all open highway. It's just, I'd rather break that bike in. I'd rather kind of do some back roading before I put a lot of miles on that new bike and change up the RPMs and everything. And like I say, but it's the traffic. It's just, you know, it's a long ride just on open highway in the beltway. Yeah. All right, stay tuned for more videos. And thanks for watching. And God bless, stay safe. Stay tuned.